Hello, my loves. Welcome to another video. I just wanted to turn on the camera and just kind of have a little chit chat with you guys. And I wanted to talk about 2024, some of my plans, some of my hopes and dreams. Was that an orb or was that a fuzzy? Did you guys see that? Did you see that popping up of could have been an orb, could have been a fuzzy. We don't know. Honestly, in this room, in this space, it's most likely an orb, it's most likely spirit, but who knows. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about was 2024. I want to talk about my hopes, my dreams, not necessarily my goals, because I feel like I want to keep that kind of to myself, but just my expectations or what I am hopeful for the new year. If that sounds like something you want to dive in with me, if you want to hear the chit chat, if you are here for just a conversation or you are here to spend some time with me, please keep watching. I feel like I'm in such a weird mood today, like in a good mood, but a weird mood. It's been a while since I've sat down and just like chit-chatted. I've tried to keep my videos with a purpose. I've tried to have a purpose to my videos, so I'm not rambling and I'm not just going on and on, but today feels like the need for a rambly type of a video. So hopefully you guys don't mind that. Sorry. I always put lotion in my hair. Like my excess lotion, I always put lotion in my hair because my hair is so naturally frizzy and like wavy and kind of curly. So it just gets, it's chaos sometimes. What are we talking about? Let's talk about 2024. What are the goals for 2024? I'm using my, my dark green soft touch Starbucks cup. I have like a little, I don't know, there's something on there. My I think the proper term for this cup is a soft touch forest green Starbucks cup. I don't know. I think it was like from their winter collection last year. For the longest time, I kept seeing these cups in the stores when I would go, and I had finally picked one up because I had a gift card, and I'm so glad that I picked it up because that cup has turned into being one of my favorites. It's just, I don't know. There's so many reasons why. I won't get into it, but there's so many reasons why it's one of my favorites, and it's just kind of funny that it's the one cup that I would see everywhere in the stores, and then it turns into a favorite. Okay, what's going on over here? So 2024, we're coming in real close to the new year. And I get really excited. I always anticipate the new year because I always think, okay, it's like stepping into this portal of a whole new dimension, a whole new energy. Everything's going to be different. Everything's going to feel good. And then you get to like the 1st of January and it's just like any other day. We all know it's going to feel like any other day, but we still treat it like this huge something to get super excited about, and we make a big deal out of it. So I think that's kind of funny. It's like tradition that we all, or maybe not all of us, but most of us do this. But I definitely will take part in some kind of festivity on New Year's Eve. I don't plan on going anywhere. If anything, we might see my in-laws, but that's because I can't remember if my husband is working or not. I don't remember. We'll see. But anyways, if we don't go, then that's fine. Because my other plan is just to stay home. And I do have a plan to do a massive cleanse of my house. So one of the things that I do every year is some kind of a cleanse. It's usually candle related. So as you can see in the background, I have a black candle over there on that bookshelf. And I bought that black candle at one of the crystal shops that I love. And I had the intention that is going to be my intention candle for the cleansing of the end of the year and bringing in new intentions for the new year. I do plan on dressing it with herbs. I also plan on putting together I have like these little white plates that I use for candle intentions. So I will put flowers and stuff. I just kind of I turn the music on and I take my time putting together these beautiful candle intentions with the flowers and the herbs and the crystals, and it's like a whole grid. So I plan on putting one together specifically for the new year. I have to pick out what crystals I want to use. I'm very intentional with my crystals. So I got to sit and think about it, just kind of see what kind of energy do I want to infuse, what kind of energy do I want to invite into my space, and then go from there. And then what I also do is I set the intention, I have the candle lit, I do a massive smoke cleanse of my house. I go outside, I'm inside, I'm like on the pillows, I'm on the door, everywhere. It's just a massive cleanse of the house. And then I like to crystal grid. So I usually put out a couple crystals outside the perimeter of my house. And it's usually like a tourmaline, or sometimes it's a quartz. It'll probably be a quartz this year because I have quite a few little baby quartzes that I've accrued. Or it's like a broken crystal or whatever. Like I recycle them. I put them on the perimeter of the house, and they're there for the whole year. They probably fly away in the wind throughout the months. But whatever, like it's an intention that I put out there. And yeah, that's what I plan on doing for the house. So giving the house some self-care, a big old cleanse, doing the candle intention. I have that lit. I'll usually have it lit here in the room. And then I also pull cards for myself. So last year I did a whole massive, I literally had a whole pile of decks on my table. I was intentional of which ones I was going to use. I shuffled, I pulled cards for every single month of the year. I would take a picture of it, and then I would have it on my phone to resort back to, so that at the start of every month, I would have that photo to look at to kind of get an idea of the energy of that month. And then at the end of the month, I could look back on it and see, did anything come true? Was the energy on point? Am I on the right track? That kind of thing. And it's kind of cool to do that because you really see how eerily accurate your cards can be. So if that's not something you do, you should do it. If you pull cards for yourself, or if you're a reader, my recommendation is to pull cards, take pictures, keep it on your phone so that you can go through each year. Not each year, but each month. And sometimes I'll share it too. Like if you follow my main account, Rachel Spirit and Soul, every once in a while, usually like at the start of the month, I would post a picture of the previous month of the cards that I pulled, and then I would post a picture of the start of that month. So that is like another thing that I do. It's kind of like my little New Year tradition. And other than that, it's just the cleanse. Like the cleanse of the house is probably the most important. My husband loves to clean. Like he's, thank God. I'm not complaining, thank God. But he's a Taurus. So he is a Taurus sun, Capricorn rising. So that combo is really, really good. If he had a water moon or an earth moon, I would probably be he would have been the mega diamond in the rough, but he has a fire moon, so that's a little bit, we kind of butt heads emotionally because I have a water moon. But his Capricorn rising and his Taurus sun, even though a Taurus can be a little stubborn, his Capricorn rising kind of makes him more balanced. I don't know, but all I know is that's mega earth energy, and it's really good for me because I'm mega water. Anyways, I went off on a tangent. But what I was going to say was his sign really matches his personality, and my husband loves to clean. So cleaning relaxes him. It helps him to just kind of sort out his thoughts and all of that. So when he goes into cleaning mode, I just let him do his thing. And so he does like to clean. So that's kind of his thing to do. So when he sees me smoke cleansing the house, he'll do his part and clean whatever he wants to clean. So the house is really nice and spotless. And then it's also energetically pure and perfect. At least that's my hope for the end of the year. So we shall see. As far as getting into the new year, I do want to show you guys my new planner. I've done this in past videos where I would show you guys my business planner, my Spirit Biz planner. I used to make a whole video of that. I don't think I showed you guys, but this was my Spirit Biz planner for 2023. And I put a Medusa sticker on it because at the time earlier, at the start of this year, I had a dream of Medusa. She appeared to me in a dream. And then I had all these weird connections with Medusa. One of them was I went into a crystal live sale on Instagram, and as soon as I popped in, the guy was showing one of those crystal carvings, and it was a Medusa head. It was labradorite. I bought it, and I just remember that was such a sign because I had just had the dream of Medusa. And so it just was like, I feel like she was bringing in a lot of messages for me at that time. And yeah, so anyways, she's that's why she's on my planner. So this was my Spirit Biz planner for 2023. I would open it up and show you guys what it looks like, but I do have a lot of private information in here. I have all my client bookings. I have personal information of the clients and like money and this kind of stuff. So I really don't want to show that. But let's just say a lot of love went into this tiny little planner. I normally buy the larger, like 8x11 size planners for my business because I like more writing space. But for some reason, 2023, I went with this tiny little one. This like 5x7, I think it is. And it was an Amazon purchase. So it was super cheap. I think she was like $10. Didn't regret it. I had more than enough room in my calendars and all of that to write my notes. This year, I decided to go back to my original 8x11 size planners. And I'm going to be using this gorgeous floral infused planner that I found I found it at Target. Target is usually where I go to buy my planners because they are so good. So if you're looking for something, I would say if you're looking for a planner that has a lot of calendar space, or it has a lot of like space to write, your appointments and like this and that, your to-do list or whatever, a planner from Target is really good to go. That's a good way to go. I think this one was $20, but they're really good. And I love that it is a spiral bound. It goes all the way around. So I know I won't have problems with this one. But I also like that these planners, oftentimes it's a pocket. Well, this one probably not. But sometimes this is a pocket so you could stick stuff in here. But they do come with, let me just make sure I don't have any personal stuff. It does come with a ruler. So if you like to, draw your lines or create lines or whatever, it also comes with stickers. And it comes with a pocket in the front. And I do believe there's one in the back as well. It does have a little space for goals and plans. It does have a space for how to keep balance with your plans and this and that, like just like a way that you can keep a list of the things that you want to enhance in your life. This is also something that I love about this planner is throughout the whole thing, it has a space for notes. So you'll have these like blank pages and this one, it has lines. I don't know if you could see it in the video, but it does have lines. So it does have space where you can write. I love that because this is normally where I would keep like a list of mentorship students or schedule, like not so much like a client appointments, but more of like a schedule of a mentoree. I would be able to kind of write that there, or maybe there's a deck or something that I'm looking for, or there's whatever. An intention list. I don't know. But I love that they have that, and it has that throughout the months. I already kind of started to fill it in. Let me show you an empty calendar. So here's February. So you have a calendar like this. So you'll have like the big calendar of the whole month. And what I like to do on these pages is you can already see I filled in the major transits. So I pull it up. I think it's Cafe Astrology, but I will Google like major planetary transits for 2024. And then that website will come up and it'll have a whole list of all the major transits that are happening throughout the entire year. It's such a nerd thing. It's just, I love doing it. I'll sit and like pretty much log everything. So in the month, I have the new moon in Aquarius over here. We have a full moon in Virgo over here. And then I also log Mercury transits, Venus transits, Mars transits, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, like all of the major planets. I will log them also. So it's just kind of something I like to keep track. A calendar on the calendar pages. So like literally it's a calendar. I also will keep track of things like my period, what my cycle. I'll keep track of the days that we make love. Like I do that because just in case one of these days if we were to conceive, like I would like to know, you know? That's why I do that. Other things that I put on a calendar page would be major appointments. So like if it's a one-on-one session, I'll put the name here just so I have it, like I could see it. I also keep track of my husband's work schedule so I could see when his days are off, when my days are off, that kind of thing. I will also write down any vacations that we have, or if family is visiting, or any major events coming up with family or parties or whatever. I'll keep it all on the calendar pages. As you go into the actual calendar month, it says February 1st and it'll tell you the weekday. So February 1st, Thursday. In this space, you can write down whatever's going on, right? On this side, it says to do. Now, technically, if you want to be anal, you could put your to-do list here, and I might do that. But some days I have like 4 or 5 bookings that came through. Maybe, not always, but that would be nice, right? But sometimes, let's say I had like 4 or 5 bookings that came through. I would write them all here, you know? So I always keep track when a client books a reading, whether it's a video or a one-on-one session. I always write their name, how much it was, what it is. That's how I keep track of how much I'm making per month. It just helps to keep me organized. And then if it's a one-on-one session, I'll go to the according day and write down their appointment. So like, let me see if I could show you guys an example. Here, I know that I know for a fact that she wouldn't mind. This was September 26th. So one of my clients, she booked the Spirit Me and You, and then it was a $222, so 222 Spirit Me and You. I put the name of my client on the day that they booked it. And then I also had a Bloom session. This was a Bloom session with one of my mentorees. When I highlight it, that's my way of knowing I completed the video reading or we had our session. And then, yeah, that's pretty much what I would do. And then at the end of every month, there is a monthly review and a look back. So it gives you these like little things you can pick, you could fill out. So it says personal wins, what I learned, important goals met, ways I took care of myself, connected with, I will always remember, key purchases made, and I'm grateful for. So I have a plan to really take charge and fill out these like monthly little things. What else was I going to talk about? My daily, weekly planner. So yes, it's going to be a business planner, but it is also meant to be a daily planner. And that is one of like the things that I want to do for 2024 is to keep a daily planner. And when I say daily planner, it's basically I want to log my goals, or I want to log my to-do list. I want to have somewhere that I go to check in and that kind of thing. So what I bought, a little separate journal that I will be keeping with my planner. And this is mainly for lists, to-do lists, goals, or intentions. I really, really, really want to keep track of the moon cycles and corresponding the moon with my moods. I know it sounds crazy, but it freaking works. And when you add the moon cycles, then I really get to see, oh, that's why I had that crazy meltdown that night. Or that's why I've been having these crazy vivid dreams. Because the moon is in this cycle. The moon is in this phase. The moon is in this sign. So I kind of take it to another step because, you know, I love to study astrology. That's one of my hobbies. And I just like to see how everything kind of mishmashes together. So I bought this journal with that intention. We'll see right here, it has goals and moon intentions. But I don't want to show you guys because it's kind of personal. So this is what it looks like. So you have lines, you have the months and the days, and pretty much it's just to log the moon cycle. What moon is it? Are we in? How do I feel? What's my mood swings? What are my symptoms? What cycle day number am I on? So pretty much it's not necessarily a journal. It is a list. It's like a way to log a list of symptoms or a list of mood swings or a list of to-do list. If I have a to-do list, if I have a list where I just want to list out like my thoughts and just get like my thoughts out of my mind and into paper, like this is where I would go for that. So keeping her with my planner, that's pretty much like what I'm going to be carrying around with me every single morning when I have my coffee. I'm making it a whole morning ritual, you guys. Have my coffee, sit down, write in my planner, check in with myself, write in my little whatever. I have my diary also, and just keep track. That's the plan. I have my cute little pencil case, and it has all of my markers and my pens and my highlighters and all that beautiful stuff, like everything that I need to do the planner. Another thing that I plan on doing, which is what I do all the time anyway, is keep a journal. So actually, I'm starting to call it a diary because I don't feel like it's a journal. I feel like it is a diary. I literally like pour out my heart and soul in these freaking books. Keeping a diary is easy for me because I always had a diary. Like I've always had one. I would always keep one since I was, a teenager. But I do plan on keeping the diary really close because I'm going to try to put it in the diary before I put it out to the public, if that makes any sense. I feel like I just pour out my heart and soul to the wrong people all the time. And I'm tired of like doing that to myself. So it's going to go in the diary first. You know what I mean? So the plan for 2024 is to keep a diary, but make sure that she is like my number one, where I put all my deep, heavy thoughts. Because sometimes that's all it is it's just the need to transfer it from the mind and from the heart down onto pen and paper. And it's just like this energetic purging that is happening. And then you often will feel better after. Other than that, those are pretty much like the main parts of how I'm going to keep myself stimulated, organized, focused for the year or throughout the year. I have a lot of hopes and dreams for 2024, you guys. I have desires to get fully invested or back into my content creating. I really want to bring to life even more than what it already is, but this YouTube channel, I really want to put videos out there that are valuable to people. I really want to just share my journey, and I want to share my interests with you guys, those of you who care, those of you who want to know, I have a lot of decks that I want to share with you guys. I have videos that I want to do where I just talk about the cards, or I talk about a specific card, or we just go into it. I'm also going to be continuing my TBR, so I don't know if you guys could see, but I think that's like a little bit of my January TBR. So there will be videos coming in the future where I talk about what books am I reading, what do I want to read, what books did I hate, which ones did I love. Reading books has always been a part of my hobbies, like that's what I always have done, but I'm just now starting to get into wanting to share that world with you guys, so there will be more videos about my books. I plan on having a makeover of my spirit room. I don't want to show you the space because it's so literally this side of the room is always a mess. But I do have I'll pop a picture here on the side. I do have a dresser that is in my spirit room that holds all of the cards that I have. And I'm ready to pass that dresser on. I'm ready to go without it. And I want to buy a bookcase. So I have been seeing these white bookcases that are really, really tall. And I really want to put a bookcase here in my spirit room so I can have my decks out in the open and they're not going to be hidden anymore. I want them to just be beautiful and on display. I also want to mix in my spiritual books so that I can get them. I want to get my spiritual books out of my bedroom bookcase and just keep the bedroom bookcase strictly my fiction, horror books and all that stuff, and just keep everything spiritual in one space. And I want it all in this room. I don't want it to be like all over the place in the house because I just feel like I like to keep everything organized. And if everything that is spirit related is here in this room, it infuses that energy here. So that is another goal for 2024. And then of course I have other goals and stuff like that too, but really it's just simplicity. I want to be happy. I want to maintain and have my beautiful, strong, amazing marriage. I want to continue doing the things that I do. I want to meet new people. I want to make new friends. I want to continue working with my beautiful clients, and then obviously hope to attract some new clients. And yeah, just do what makes us happy, right? That's probably what's most important, is just do what makes us happy and live your life with intentional purpose. So, with that said, you guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you guys for sitting here listening to me ramble. I hope you guys are having a beautiful rest of your December. I hope you have an amazing new year. And yeah, I will see you guys in 2024. This will probably, depending on how busy I get, this could be the last video of 2024, but I'm going to try to bring out one more. I want to talk TBR. I want to go through December and then show you guys my January. So fingers crossed I don't get too busy between Christmas and New Year's. So I should be able to pop out one more video, but if that doesn't happen, then love you guys. It's been a beautiful year, 2023. And I will see you guys in the new year. Bye, my loves.